Hey guys, Josh here with Politically Lost, and today I'm going to be doing a video about the No Kings rally coming up. Just some things on it. Is it good? Is it bad? Would I participate in it? And what are they wanting from this? And is MAGA not wanting them to do this? So first up, the No Kings protest. We had one, and it was fairly successful. If you ask right wing media and right wing influencers and Trump and stuff, that it was a big failure. But I actually drove. I live in Michigan, and I drove through certain towns and stuff, and I saw the rallies going on. I didn't know what it was. I'm personally not into protest. I personally wouldn't go. I'll put that out there. I personally just wouldn't go to something like that, even though if I agree with it or not. That's just not me. Maybe when I was younger, I might have went to something like that if I believed in the cause. But at this point, No Kings is not something that I'm going to participate in at this moment. I actually do have a neighbor that has signs, and she goes and protests the No Kings. So I do know someone that does that. But this is Saturday, October 18th, and it's a national thing. It's going to be here in Michigan. There's over 100 counties that are participating, or from what I saw, in just Michigan, let alone anywhere else. I know Texas, a lot of red states. I think the presence is going to be bigger than what we think it's going to be. Michigan is a purple state, so bounces back and forth. So this is kind of what it stands for. It's they said anti-Trump protest. I mean, sure, but it's mainly for we don't want kings here in America. The power belongs to the people. Democracy is worth defending. That is the mission goal there for the No Kings. I know I see people. I'm friends with people on both sides of the aisle, and of course, people that are on the MAGA or Republican conservative side. They don't necessarily have to be MAGA. They think it's stupid. Obviously, they're going to think it's dumb. Now, if it was a cause that thought it was worth fighting for, if this was, let's just say this was Obama, they probably would think it was awesome. For whatever reason, MAGA, and especially MAGA, if not just conservatives as a whole, not saying everyone, but they despise Obama. I don't know why. The guy hasn't been president for years and years and years, and it all goes back to him in their minds for whatever reason. I don't know. I personally didn't vote for Obama, but I don't think he was a horrible president. But, that's just what I think there. But yeah, so these are some of the key things that this is for as well. Immigrants arrested at courthouses. I guess this is one of the topics, which, that's kind of wrong in my opinion. And then the masked federal agents, which I really have an issue with. Our police, our FBI, stuff like that, they're not wearing masks. Why are these men wearing masks? There's something not right about it, in my opinion. They say it's for protecting their families and blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, how come our police officers don't do it then? How come our this and that don't wear them? Like, it is like when the National Guard is out, I didn't see them wearing masks. Like, there's something off about it, in my opinion. That's just where I'm coming from here. So, and then the escalating ICE presence in Chicago, they have an issue with that. I also have an issue with that as well. Yeah, I don't necessarily like all of that on the streets. That's not America, in my opinion. We have police officers, we have this, we have that, And only in extreme cases do we call in National Guard and stuff. And I don't necessarily think it's great to see. That's just my opinion here. And then the federal overreach of power. That's another thing they're protesting. So those are kind of like some of the main things that they're going to be protesting. Some are calling this is going to be a huge event, obviously, all over. And of course, MAGA and their people are saying it's going to be a failure. They're actually deeming it an anti-American protest, which is totally wrong, in my opinion, because this is what America's all about. We're about peaceful protesting, and I have no doubt that this will be a peaceful protest. The last ones were, and I think this will be too. If it doesn't end up being peaceful, then we'll go from there. But for right now, I'm thinking it's going to be peaceful, and that's what America's about. When you have an issue with something and, you want to bring change, protesting is the best way to do that, in my opinion. One of the ways to get your message out. And I think there will be a good amount of people. I don't think it's going to be a bad turnout. I think some of this stuff, the average American is looking at some of this saying, wow, man, like, this might be an overreach of power. And just like me, you might agree with some of the stuff that Trump has done, securing the border and some other different things that he's done. And, but some of this you're like, wow, he is reaching right now. It seems like it. And it's always the blame game. It's always all the Democrats' fault and it's always all the Republicans' fault. But why can't we just have them say, we're both kind of wrong here? They never do it. They'll never say that. And that's what we need in this country. We need some coming together and say, hey, we were wrong here and we were wrong here. And, let's work together. Because this government shutdowns keep on going on and on and on for right now. So I'm kind of looking forward to see what this protest is. I'm looking forward to seeing the turnout. Unfortunately, I won't be able to attend. Like I said, I don't think I would go anyway. But I look forward to seeing what happens here. So, okay, guys, that's it. Let me know what you guys think about this No Kings protest. Talk to you later. Bye.